Hi, everybody. Thank you that you joined our today's session with quite a long title, but we hope that the content will be light and funny. So let me share my screen. So we would like to talk more about how to promote your activities and why having a public relation and fundraising specialists make sense. So on the first place, who we are to tell you what to do. My name is Klára Joková. I'm an executive director of Wikimedia Czech Republic since March 2018. And most of today's session will be held by my colleague Natalia or Tali Skejbalová. She's our fundraiser and PR specialist in Wikimedia Czech Republic since January on the PR position, and since September 2021 on fundraising position as well. So just show you a broader picture. How big is Wikimedia Czech Republic? We are Czech chapter, of course, till 2006. But the staff the chapter hired in 2017. Between the years 2018 and now, we growth from 4 people to 10 people within the team, even though still most of the team has just like part-time jobs. Natalia didn't start on from the scratch. She could continue the work that was started by our 2 colleagues who work just for a few hours a week. They were external contractors, and they started made a more concrete fundraising and PR work within Wikimedia Czech Republic. And what's important that they was able to finish the preparation phase, which I'm going to mention slightly later. And why and what this shift from external to internal fundraising in PR that is covered by Tali. That's the topic of today's session. So I will start with lessons learned, but I think it's good to be prepared for several things on the beginning. The preparation phase I mentioned takes several months. To get the money, it's really the tip of an iceberg, and it takes time to get it. What's essential to have or to create during this preparation phase, I think, is stakeholder analysis, just to describe and set your target groups, what groups you have around, and how to reach them, because this is your essential circles. These are your essential circles that you can reach on the first place, and you should know how they look like and how you can contact them the best. So you set target groups and you set tools. Next thing, what I would suggest to prepare, it's general fundraising and PR strategy. What we need to find out is how we support our 3 main program areas the best. And we choose this. We have 3 main program groups: educational programs, community programs, and partnership programs. And as educational programs are the best described to the general public, we choose this for the direct donoring. As a community programs are the best to supported by different type of grants. This is what we choose for them. And partnership programs, the partnership with public institutions, this is the best target for CSR or corporate donations. So this is in general our main PR and fundraising strategy. And the last thing what was essential to prepare is an annual fundraising and PR strategy. It doesn't need to be something really complicated, but you supposed to know what, when, how many, and how much you expect it to bring. My advice is keep it light. What was our vision as well was that we wanted to create a fresh image for WMCZ. So here is what we want to share with you. It has been almost a year since we decided to hire a fundraiser and PR specialist in-house. Talia works for 20 hours a week and she helps us to promote our activities better, and she kickstarted our fundraising. So what we want to share with you is what did we expect? How is the outcome of this? And specific examples of our campaigns and content.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here with us. The first thing I want to start with is just a basic overview of what does a fundraiser and a PR specialist do. In other words, what I do for Wikimedia Czech Republic. As you can see, I do stuff at our public events, like presenting and putting balloons on windows. But seriously, I take the overall presentation to the public and marketing under my wings. I work part-time, which means I cannot do everything, but I make sure it works with our team members. We have 10 members of Wikimedia Czech Republic team. So I cooperate with the rest of the team. I promote activities and the idea of free knowledge on social media, blog, website, and other channels. I create fundraising campaigns and take continuous care of our donors and supporters. I come up with creative ideas, and I am very lucky that our ED Clara mostly accepts them and does not shut them down. I would like to start with a little bit about our first ever fundraising campaign, which took place last Christmas, and it was pretty successful. As it was the first one, we chose our Seniors Write Wikipedia project because it's the most heartwarming one, and we thought we have the best chance to reach out to people's hearts basically with it. Our education team does a really great work with that. They have already taught something around 600 seniors to write Wikipedia, and they have a new hobby, they have new friends, they have new purpose, basically. It's really great. So we chose a local platform, Darujme, and we were as specific as possible with our goal. We said last year we thought 100 seniors to write Wikipedia. Next year we want to reach 150, and in order to do that we need 30 regular donors, which we didn't end up succeeding in because we only got like 3 regulars from this campaign, but we reached the goal amount of money. we actually, the original goal was 30,000, so we got 40,000 crowns. Here are the outcomes. We got in total 43 donors, around 1,600 euro to this day. A lot of new people attracted to the project, which I think is very important as well. And the whole campaign was just very feel good. It had a positive vibe. We did a video with real seniors who took our courses, and then Wikipedia really became their obsession in some cases, which is awesome. There was this female senior who said something like that: thanks to this project, thanks to Wikipedia, I was all right in quarantine. Otherwise, I would be probably very nervous and stressed, but this helped me to get through it. So really, people felt touched by that, and the results speak for themselves, I think. How to take care of our donors? Well, you have to build a relationship with them. It's not just fundraising, it's friend raising, really. You want to let them know that they're part of something important. And you can do that through many channels. We usually do that through email marketing. We created a thank you email with Clara. Clara wrote it herself, and we send it to every new donor that we have on Darujme. And we also create 4 special newsletters for them a year, so that they know how their money is being used and what do we do actually, in fact. So we also invite them to personal events, and we thank them at the end of the year with a card. Promote your activities like their success depends on it, because it does. There are many ways you can promote your activities, and some of them that we use a lot are press releases, blog posts, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We haven't used TikTok yet, but I think it would work. I don't have the capacity to do that yet, but it was just a little tip that I wanted to give you. I think it could be useful. You can also ask NGOs and companies to share your content. This one is actually quite useful for us. It doesn't cost anything to the companies, and they can connect themselves with something meaningful. So most of them take that opportunity, and it can end up in a higher reach. Coordination is the key. As I said earlier, there are 10 team members in Wikimedia Czech Republic. So I have to talk to them and help them to promote their activities themselves, because I cannot do it all on my own, as I only work part-time. So I create step-by-step tutorials for almost everything. We have tutorials for how to write a blog post, how to work with social media, how to do email marketing, which is also great for me. It saves me a lot of time, because every time somebody asks me something, I can just send them a link, which is really useful for them, for me, for everyone. And in case I ever left this position, I can it would be much easier for me to train a new person. This is a system that Clara developed, and she actually wants everybody in the team to do this, and I think it's really great. So that's a little tip for you. PR calendar with every PR output anybody does, because when there is 10 people that do marketing activities, you have to know when is what output given, so we use Asana. That's something Clara implemented, and I think it works really great. We use it almost for every job. that we do, every task. But with PR calendar, I think it's extremely useful because you don't want 2 emails to go to your supporters in one day. You don't want 2 Facebook blog posts being published at the same time. It's something you really have to avoid. So every time anybody does something that goes out, they just write it here. And before you put something out, you check it. If anybody has already sent an email today, you won't do it. You will do it tomorrow. It's very easy, but saves a lot of time. In-person events. In-person events are something I think we're fairly good at. These are pictures of Czech Wiki photo exhibition we did last year. Czech Wiki photo is our contest of the best photos of Czech things on Wikimedia Commons. Yeah. And the photos are actually displayed for a month in our Scout Institute in the heart of Prague. And this is a picture from the opening. We also did GLAM discussion about free licenses on the same day, and it was really lovely. It's a lot of stress and effort that actually pays off most of the time, and it helps you create a real bond with both the public and the Wikimedia community. This is just a short video of Poetry Slam that we did on the same day, Poetry Slam for Wikipedia. We hired artists that happen to be my friends to write poems about Wikipedia. It was very successful, and I think it was a great bonus for people who were there. Yeah, a lot of people came to see specifically Poetry Slam, and they stayed for other activities as well. So I think it's great to connect different words.
So another experience brought our new theme this year, which we prepared in a form of a monthly challenge, namely Human Rights Month on Czech Wikipedia. Měsíc lidských práv na Wikipedii. This was a month-long challenge to write articles about human rights. Almost 100 articles were created or enriched. We held 4 online and offline editathons, and we were able to evolve, or we were supported by 20 different Czech nonprofits organizations who take care of human rights and human rights topic in Czech Republic. If you are interested in this project, you can find more on a recent diff article.
So don't be afraid to talk about the awesome things you do. It's just as important as talking about the things you're going to do, to talk about the things you have already done and went well. And this is something we do a lot. I focus on a lot to do a follow-up after every event. So this is a video from our Human Rights Month on Wikipedia editathon. It has English subtitles, and I'm going to play it for you.
Právě probíhá editathon k měsíci lidských práv na Wikipedii. Měsíc lidských práv na Wikipedii probíhá poprvé, je součástí projektu Lidská práva na Wikipedii a snažili jsme se upozornit na to, že na Wikipedii existuje řada chybějících článků nebo neúplných článků o jednotlivých tématech lidských práv, ale také třeba o osobnostech, které se lidskoprávní problematice věnují anebo svým aktivismem se snaží měnit podmínky a porušování lidských práv na celém světě.
Píšu o preferovaných rodových zájmenech, které se zejména v angličtině používají k označování genderové příslušnosti a genderové identity dané osoby. Toto téma je důležité, protože si myslím, že bychom měli respektovat každého právo na identitu a integritu a to označování se těmi zájmeny k tomu patří.
Já když brouzdám po internetu, tak chci nacházet věrohodné informace. A když jsme dostali nabídku stát si partnery s Wikimedií, tak mi to přišlo mně perfektní, protože to téma lidský práva je to téma, kterým my se v organizaci OPIM už dlouhodobě věnujeme. Kdo jiný by měl být teda tím nositelem těch informací, než ti, kterým těm tématům rozumí a věnují se jim.
Dnes zakládám na české Wikipedii nové heslo a píši o Mahinur El Masri, což je egyptská právnička a lidskoprávní aktivistka, která sama často bez nároku na honorář aktivně pomáhá nespravedlivě souzeným lidem v Egyptě. Tohle téma je pro mě důležité, protože pracuji v lidskoprávní sekci Člověka v tísni. To znamená, že ochrana lidských práv je dokonce i mojí živností, mojí náplní práce. A práce mě baví a je to i můj koníček.
These videos are also a great way to thank your partners and to reach out to potential partners. You know, next year we can just send someone this video and say, look what it looked like last year. Do you want to take part this year? So that I think is pretty useful. Promote your activities like their success depends on it. Because it does. Very deep, yeah. So we reach out with press releases almost every time we do a bigger project. It usually pays off because we contact relevant media. For example, when we did our Human Rights Month on Wikipedia, we went specifically for hate-free culture. And they were interested because it's a topic that they work on they have been working on for years. So that's a little tip from me. Girls just want to have fun, and frankly, everybody does. Make marketing and PR fun. It's not that hard. And one of the things that we do that are fun actually, or at least I believe so, is 2 minutes with a Wikipedian series, so where we did already 2 seasons. And it's basically just talking to Wikipedians for 2 minutes and presenting the volunteering people, the volunteers, the Wikipedians to the public, and maybe sharing the idea that Wikipedia is created by volunteers, which is something unfortunately a lot of Czechs still don't know. So this is one of the ways to support free knowledge from our part. And we were actually quite successful with this. I did analysis of the second series recently, and I found out that for very small budget, only something like €40 on Facebook, we had 20,000 views on Facebook, and more than 900 people clicked through to our donate page, which is not that bad. Only like 2 of them ended up donating, but I think it's a good result nevertheless. And now I would like to play one excerpt.
Dobrý den,
to you.
Jsem Anatol Svahilec a vy právě sledujete 2 minuty s Wikipedistou. Čas! Wikipedistický jméno?
Bednář, čítajte po polsku.
Občanský věk?
19 let, 22 dní.
Wikipedistický věk?
5 let a 140 dní.
Domovský město?
Hrdý občan Orlové, okres Karviná.
Článek s nejdelším názvem?
To vím naprosto přesně, prosím tě, to je kočár biskupa Julia Trojera z Trojerštajnu.
Jaký funkce na Wikipedii zastáváš a co ty funkce znamenají?
Já jsem na Wikipedii správce a já to používám hlavně k řešení vandalismu.
Co to je wikipedistický vandalismus?
Tak to je záměrné chování k poškození Wikipedie.
Kolik hodin týdně na Wikipedii zhruba strávíš?
Tak to je mezi 0 a 168.
Co na to říká tvoje okolí?
Toleruje, leč nechápe.
Počet nahraných fotek na Wikimedia Commons?
Myslím, že to jde k 5000. V každém případě asi tak ještě půlka toho čeká na svůj čas.
Jaká je tvoje fotografická specializace?
Já jsem vždycky strašně rád fotil lidi, nebo třeba události, sporty pro Wiki. Teďka s covidem to šlo dost dopryč, ale věřím, že se na to zase vrhnu.
Na jakou fotku asi nikdy nezapomeneš?
Já si myslím, že to bude fotka z letošního června. Bude to určitě nějaká fotka z Lužic po moravském tornádu.
Jaký stereotyp o wikipedistech podle tebe není pravda?
Že nejsme jenom banda anonymních nerdů.
Jaký stereotyp o wikipedistech je pravda?
Jsou to alkoholici.
Hostem 2 minut s wikipedistou byl T. Bednář. Tadeáši, moc díky, že jsi na nás udělal čas.
Taky díky, měj se.
Well, that's it. I'm really proud of this project, and I'm thankful to Clara, our ED, that we're able to do this. And I have to say one more thing about this. It was not expensive, because the presenter is a keen Wikipedian. He's my friend, and he did it for free. And the cameraman is the friend of both of us, and he actually was very low cost, so it wasn't pricey at all. And it's another thing that I want to encourage you to do, to reach out to the Wikipedian community, because you can find very passionate people who will do things in the name of free knowledge, basically. Yeah. So that was all for me. Now I give the floor to Clara.
Let's go to close this. So, what does it change for me as an ED and my team to have an in-house PR specialist? I hope you could saw it for yourself. What I would how I would describe this outcome is that we have definitely concentrated work on both topics. I mean, public relations and fundraising. Our public presentation in numbers went up immediately. We were able to unify and strategic communication externally and coordinated it internally. And of course, this freeing up the capacity of other team members. But of course, you have to find the right person and persist, even if everything looks at the beginning like never-ending space, like Sahara, for example. So good luck, everyone. Don't be afraid. I'm happy that we could share a few experiences with you. And we are always open and happy to share more with you. Feel free to reach us, contact us not only if you have questions, but if you was interested in any of our activities and you want to cooperate or connect our activities with activities of your affiliate or your user group, we will be more than happy. And as well, what Natalia would like to start is the fundraiser supported group for Europe. So if you're interested in this, just write her an email. So thank you all for watching and have a great day on Wikimedia.